Carthage Lady Reds in a four-game losing skid that started in Wheaton back on January 13th. Wheaton the opponent tonight. Can they end this four-game skid here at home? It'll be the Carthage Lady Reds and the Wheaton Thunder in a doubleheader tonight. Good evening, everyone, and welcome into our broadcast. John Weiser with you. Glad you're along tonight for this exciting ball game. And the Lady Reds trying to snap that four-game losing skid will be without the services of yet another player tonight. Lady Reds will be without Autumn Kalis tonight. She injured her shoulder early in the game on Wednesday night and did not practice Thursday or Friday this week, so she is ruled out for this contest, and that's almost 18 points a game that the Lady Reds are going to have to try and find here tonight. Kalis, the team's leading scorer and leading three-point shooter, out of action tonight with a shoulder injury. So it'll be up to Sammy Woodward to try and spike some of that scoring help. She's at 15 points per game, and she is shooting 30% from the arc. Lady Reds, their latest loss was Wednesday here at home against the North Park Vikings. The first-place Vikings, a 66-59 victory over the Lady Reds. Jayla Johnson with 23 points and 9 rebounds. Zakiya Newsom with 11 points on the night for North Park. It was Sammy Woodward with 23 points in that contest, going 4 of 10 at the arc, and Autumn Kalis with 12 and 6 rebounds in the loss to the Vikings. So Lady Reds have only had their starting lineup together for a total of 8 games this year. So they're without Kalis tonight. Maddie Kelber out for the season. She had her surgery, I believe it was yesterday. So she is out for the year, having knee surgery. Haley R. is on the shelf with a lower body injury as well. She's not expected back for another couple of weeks. And now Autumn Kalis out of the lineup tonight with a shoulder injury. So that means the Lady Reds have to try and find those 17.5 points. Meanwhile, for the Wheaton Thunder, they're on a roll. They've won 4 of their last 5 ball games, including a thrilling victory on the road in Bloomington on Wednesday night at Illinois Wesleyan, 62-59, the final in that contest. And in that contest, it was Kristen Madsen with 15 points. Hannah Frazier had 14, and Hannah Williams with 10, the leading scorers for the Wheaton Thunder that have come in at 12-5, 5-3 in conference play. And as I mentioned, the other victory back on January the 13th, a 54-52 win over the Lady Reds at Wheaton. And in that contest, Hannah Frazier with 24 points, 14 coming in the fourth quarter to lead the way in that one. Kalis had 19, Amanda Larson with 9 in that loss. But it's been Hannah Frazier. She is the leading scorer in the conference. Frazier coming into contest here tonight and is averaging better than 17 a game. And along with Hannah Williams with 11 points per contest. And Frazier also the team's leading rebounder at just under 7 per contest. And it's been an interesting season for this Wheaton Thunder. Everyone had picked them as kind of the consensus number 1 team in the conference by the coaches this year, but they have struggled. And with only a 5-3 record, I mentioned they won 4 of their last 5 ball games, but that loss in there was a home loss to Carroll, who resides in the basement of the CCIW standings. So we'll see which team we get here tonight. A couple of finals that are already in from earlier today, and it's North Park with the win over Elmhurst today to run their record to 8-1, and it was Augustana over Carroll, 69-56. So right now, technically, Augustana a half game ahead of the Lady Reds going into our game here tonight. Augustana at 4-5, Lady Reds at 3-5, and trying to make that 6-team playoff contention for the conference tournament at the end of the year. When we come back, we'll visit with head coach Tim Bernero. We will get his thoughts on tonight's ball game, and again, how life has handed him lemons and how much lemonade is he going to be able to make. Well, we're going to get an answer to that question next, right after this on AM 1050 WLIP. Welcome back to the Tarble Arena, everyone, as we get set for a doubleheader tonight. It's the Wheaton Thunder, the opponent. First game will feature the Lady Reds and the Thunder, and joined now by Lady Reds head basketball coach Tim Bernero. And well, I'll tell you what, when life throws you lemons, you're sure making a lot of lemonade here, because not only are we're shorthanded again, but another starter down for maybe a game or two here.
I don't like lemonade that much, to tell you the truth. Yeah, I mean, it's, Autumn's Kalis is out with a hockey terms upper body injury, so we'll see. Thought there was a chance that she'd go, but not able to. So, I don't know. We played them last time without Sammy, and it was a 2-point game. So we're hoping we can replicate that and then make another basket or two and pull out a win here today.
I think you and I were just talking about this. I think for this entire season, you had your entire starting 5 together for a total of 8 games. Yeah,
I mean, and everybody gets injuries, and there's, everybody can make an excuse, but it just seems we've had them in the past 17 years. You've had 1 or 2 here, and you plug somebody in, and you're good to go. But it seems, the old, every time we plug one hole, another one springs up or opens up. So it's just been tough that way, and it's opportunities for some kids to step up and do some things. And some of the kids have grown because of that, and that's going to help us in the long term, and which hopefully helps us tonight in the short term.
You were also sharing with me, spent a lot of time in the classroom Thursday with your team, doing some things that you hadn't normally thought of doing, and that is watch a lot of film together as a team, and then have the players kind of figure out why this didn't look right, why things didn't go well Wednesday night.
Yeah, I mean, you edit the film down and you show it to them, and then if you don't get the results, and this is my thought, if we didn't get the results we wanted, then maybe they're not getting enough out of the edit, so let's go we can go bigger pieces, and we're later in the season, and you don't need to practice 2 hours, so we used about half the practice window for the film, and I love the fact that you speculate on things when you play teams the first time in the conference, because here's film of Wheaton against Co. or Wheaton against Elmhurst or something like that, and their kids aren't our kids. They're not exactly the same, cut. It could be taller, faster, shorter, whatever. So you have to speculate on how it might play out. Now we're in the second one. That's you against her. Did you do your job? What we said, and that was what the film session was. I let them grade the film themselves. I knew the answers. I got the key, but I had to bite my tongue and say, "You guys figure it out," and then collaborate and say, "What did you see?" And thankfully they saw the same thing that the coaching staff saw. And then the question goes, "Well, what are you going to do about it?" Okay, so here's your chance to do about it. So hopefully we'll respond tonight, because the most important thing I think is to make sure you know what you're up against, and the personnel and the pattern and the scheme. I think we're pretty clear on what Wheaton's going to try to do. We've got to maximize our execution and our effort tonight to have a chance.
Now you rotate around now. Sammy will be the point guard out of the gate here tonight with Autumn being down. How does that alter everything else?
We were able to get Autumn a lot of shots from the point guard, so I think it'll be fine. I think we're going to have to grab a couple more scorers tonight. A couple people are going to have to jump up and score a little bit more than they normally do, obviously. We're probably going to keep the game low scoring. I don't think we can get this one. I don't think we got enough in us to get 75 points tonight. So, because Wheaton plays similar to us defensively. They're not going to push the game up and down. They're going to play it in the half court. So then it becomes, can we execute it? Not, the problem we had for something we're among the top 10 in the country at is down there we turned the ball over 22 times, and you can't do that. So it's a matter of being strong and decisive with the ball, keeping your dribble alive until you have a play to make, whether it's a drive or a pass or a shot. And if we do that and limit turnovers and compete on the boards, now you're talking about having a chance to win the game against a pretty good team.
The other thing coming out of that game a couple of weeks ago against the Thunder, they were able to get the shot they were looking for with 5-6 seconds left on the shot clock. They got it to the player who can make those shots.
Yeah.
Got to defend the full 30.
Right. I mean, you can't say this because it's not a realistic equation, but if you took Hannah Frazier out of the game, we won the game. We'd have won that game. They were able to access her in the fourth quarter. She scored, I think it was 14 of her 24 points in the fourth quarter. They did a nice job trying to get her the ball. We did a bad job trying to keep it from her. Now, can we do a better job tonight to slow her down and still contain their other people? That's why we're going to play at 5 o'clock. So, again, the assignments are very clear. Can we make ourselves do that for 40 minutes? If we do, we got a really good chance to win the game.
Well, I'm going to wish you your best luck here and get this win. This is much needed, knowing the way the conference has shaken down here with 2 games already in the books. North Park a winner already, and then you've got Augustana, who's right behind you. They're technically a half game ahead right now.
Yeah, and so we need this. It's a home game. You'd like to win your home games, and then after that, we go to Carroll Wednesday, and then we get a bye a week from today, and we can kind of reorganize for the last 7. But we need to get one here today. We need to kind of snap the skid here.
Let's go get it.
Thanks, Johnny.
Head basketball coach Tim Bernero joining us on our pregame as the Carthage Lady Reds get set to take on the Wheaton Thunder. Game 2 of this season series here in Kenosha. We'll be back with the starting lineups and tip-off of tonight's game right after this on AM 1050 WLIP. Lady Red basketball on 1050 WLIP, brought to you tonight by Something Different, a sports fan fantasy land on 6th Avenue in downtown Kenosha, by the Berkshire Hathaway Epic Real Estate Company, and by the Sinus and Snoring MD.com. That's Dr. Swerdlin with offices on Green Bay Road in Kenosha. Mentioned the 2 finals from this afternoon in the league. North Park at home defeated Elmhurst 57-38. Josie Somerville with 12 points and 5 rebounds. Jalen Johnson posting a double-double today for the Vikings, 10 points and 10 rebounds. For Elmhurst, it was Queen Jean with 7 points and 10 boards as the Vikings limited the Blue Jays to just 31% shooting, 2 of 9 from the arc, and forced 22 turnovers in that win over the Blue Jays. So with that win, North Park now 8-1, alone in first place, a game and a half ahead of Illinois Wesleyan, sitting at 6-2. The other final this afternoon was Augustana in Waukesha defeated Carroll 69-56, the final in that one. Alexis Jones with quite a ball game tonight, as she had 25 points and 16 rebounds in that contest. She was 13 of 15 from the free throw line in that victory over Carroll, 69-56. Sierra Gruber led the Pioneers with the 15 points and 6 boards. So with the win, Augustana now a half game ahead of the Lady Reds, technically in 6th place, the final spot for the conference tournament at this point, at 4-5 and 9-9 on the season. So this becomes a very big ball game tonight for head coach Tim Bernero and the Lady Reds without Autumn Kalis. If you're just joining us, Kalis out with a shoulder injury, will not play. Right now we're going to enjoy our national anthem from the Tarble Arena. We have the Carthage Pep Band with us tonight, and they will perform our national anthem.
This time, please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem by the Carthage Pep Band. And now for the starting lineups. Tonight's game between the Wheaton Thunder and your Carthage Lady Reds. First, let's meet the Thunder. Starting at guard, a 5'4" senior from Montgomery, Illinois, number 2, Kirsten Madsen. At guard, a 5'9" senior from San Luis Obispo, California, number 4, Jacqueline Sanjul. At guard, a 5'10" junior from Fishers, Indiana, number 12, Hannah Williams. At guard, a 5'10" sophomore from Wheaton, Illinois, number 22, Hannah Swider. And at forward, a 6'1" senior from Batavia, Illinois, number 34, Hannah Frazier. The head coach of the Thunder is Kent Madsen. He's assisted by Katie Cuthbert and Annie Gensler.
So light 'em up, 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 light 'em up, 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 light 'em up, up, I'm on fire. So light 'em up, 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 light 'em up, 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 light 'em up, up, I'm on fire. My songs know what you did in the So light 'em up, 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 light 'em up, 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 light 'em up.
And now, introducing your Carthage Lady Reds! At guard, a 5'9" junior from Grays Lake Central High School in Grays Lake, Illinois, number 12, Amanda Larson. At guard, a 5'7" sophomore from Hampshire High School in Hampshire, Illinois, number 20, Lauren Herman. At forward, a 6' sophomore from Trumper High School, hailing from Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin, number 34, Kelsey Kashan. At guard, a 5'9" freshman from Carl Sandburg High School, hailing from Madison, Illinois, number 25, Destiny Antoine. And at guard, a 5'7" senior from Prairie School, hailing from Pikesville, Wisconsin, number 4, Sammy Woodward. The head coach for the Lady Reds is Tim Bernero. Coach Bernero is assisted by Casey Kleiner and graduate assistant coach Bailey Gilbert. The officials for tonight's game are Tim Owens, Keena Brown, and Ashley Lax.
They've won 5 straight against the Lady Reds and 13 of 14 meetings, including CCIW tournament games. Thunder in the orange jerseys, orange shorts trimmed out with the white lettering and white numerals. Lady Reds in the home whites, the white jerseys, white shorts, red numerals, and red lettering. Frazier will jump center for the Thunder against Kashan for the Lady Reds. And the opening tip of our doubleheader will go to the Lady Reds. As Antoine comes down with it, we'll give it to Sammy Woodward. She'll play point tonight with the absence of Autumn Kalish. 4 10-minute quarters in women's basketball tonight. As Herman on the drive pulls up right side, hands it off to Antoine. Man-to-man defense here for the Thunder. As Destiny Antoine, nice backdoor feed to Herman from the right side, and will lay it up and in. Kind of a slow pass that time through the paint by Destiny Antoine, but it got to Herman, and she was able to lay it in from the right side. 2-0 Lady Reds. Now the Reds will open up man-to-man here, and they'll shoot for the 3 and hit for the 3. Right off the bat, the hottest shooting three-point shooter in the league, Hannah Williams, 43%, knocks that one down. Williams 2 for 4 at the arc Wednesday night against the Titans. Now Herman with it up top, gives it to Larson. Larson driving in right side. Run up with the left hand through the paint, falls off no good. Kashan with the rebound and was fouled from behind by Hannah Fraser. Fraser picking up the foul, her first. First team foul. This will put Kashan at the free throw line. She will shoot 2. She has been the surprise this season for the Lady Reds, Kashan. She has filled in admirably at the post. Done a nice job this year as a sophomore out of Tremper High School. The first free throw goes down for Kashan. Kashan had 9 points and 5 rebounds. The earlier matchup a couple of weeks back goes 1 for 2 on this trip. Game tied at 3. Just over a minute gone by here in our first quarter in Kenosha. Now the Reds again will look man as they work it back up top into the hands of Swider. Swider is the daughter of the retired football coach Mike Swider, who stepped down this past December. Now Sanjul into the starting lineup, gets it off to Madsen. Now they loop it back to Fraser. Now back in the hands of Sanjul. She'll put it up as the shot clock hit 0 and banked it in. Good job defensively. Sanjul just with the run up, just fired it up there, and her prayer was answered. 5-3 Wheaton. I try and lob it into the low post out of the corner, and it goes off of Kashan out of bounds. Turnover, Lady Reds. You heard Coach Bernero mention turnovers have to be kept to a minimum here tonight. Reds turned it over 22 times in the loss to Wheaton a couple of weeks back. Now the Thunder will set it up. Frazier in the low post, shoots over Kashan and hits. Got to be ready for that. Kashan was not. Frazier in a shooting position the minute she got that ball, able to pop it over Kashan. First 2 points for Frazier. It's a 7-3 Wheaton lead. Larson on the right wing. Now to Antoine, driving out of the right corner. Antoine going hard to the basket, laid it up too strong. Battle for the loose ball inside. Frazier takes it away from Kashan. They'll race down in transition. Swider works it off. Madsen with it now. Coach's daughter, Kirsten Madsen. Now to Sanjul. Cross-court feed back to Madsen. Standstill 3 on the way. That one won't fall. Herman gets the rebound. Flyby that time by Woodward. Maybe just enough to throw her off that shot. Now Woodward top of the circle. Forced it inside to Kashan again. Quick hands by Frazier. Knocks it away. Another turnover by the Lady Reds. As coming up from the back court is Madsen. And in the corner, Frazier. Back up top and around to the left side it goes to Swider. Now to Sanjul. Back over to Williams. Reversing the perimeter. Now they get it in the low post. Back out it goes. Top of the circle on the drive. Williams going to drive the basket, missing. Got her own rebound. Count it and 1. Off the miss. Hannah Williams for 2 plus 1 coming at the free throw line. 5 points already for Williams. The foul will go on Woodward, her first. And the and 1 upcoming here for Hannah Williams. Up and good. 10-3. A 6-0 run here by the Thunder. As Larson tipped through her hands, Frazier with another steal. 3 turnovers in the last 3 possessions for the Lady Reds. 6.5 minutes to go here in this first quarter. You're already down 7. Can't afford to go down double digits early. Swider open 3 out of the left corner. Will not fall. Sanjul with the rebound. Kicks it back out to Frazier. Back out to Williams. All alone for the 3. That one won't go down. And rebound by Woodward. Twice in that possession, they left 3-point shooters unattended. Can't happen. Larson to the free throw line. Works it off to Destiny Antoine on the right wing. Antoine now back to Larson. Left side it goes to Woodward. Woodward puts it on the floor on Sanjul. Drives the basket around Sanjul and lays it in. That should be the matchup right there. I don't think Sanjul can keep up with Sammy Woodward. Need to see more of the Reds attacking the basket. 10-5 Wheaton. Now the pass broken up by Destiny Antoine. She'll take the steal across midcourt. Working on Swider. Circles back out of the left corner and hands it off to Larson. Larson now back up top to Herman. Herman for 3. Wild 3 that time off the heel of the rim. The rebound to Frazier. 5-3 advantage on the glass so far for the Thunder. Sanjul with it on the near wing to Swider. Works it around to Madsen. Back into the hands of Williams in the right corner, guarded by Herman. Now back out, Sanjul wants a three and gets it. Woodward was in front of her. She let her take that shot and she made it. Sanjul, her first points tonight in a starting role. Under 5 minutes to go here, first quarter, 13-5, Wheaton Thunder. Again, Autumn Kalis not in the lineup tonight for the Reds, and another turnover in the low post. That's 3 of the 4 turns coming in the low post. Got to be sure of those passes. Again, goes back to Wednesday night, being able to run your offense with some confidence and conviction. The Reds just weren't able to do that. Credit to North Park, give them some credit, but heck, when you get run off your spot, you got to stand back up and fight for what's yours. Now the three on the way, taken by Christy Dembski just into the game. No good. The rebound flagged down by Madsen. Gets it back to Williams. Shot clock reset to 20 as Frazier now top of the circle. Knocks it down. Timeout, Lady Reds. 10-point lead here for the Wheaton Thunder. 15-5 Thunder with 4:22 to go. Reds will take a 30-second timeout. Our game tonight brought to you in part by Mason's Eatery and Pub on Highway 50, west of Green Bay Road in Kenosha. By Building Waters, Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. That's what they do. And don't forget, refrigeration too. By Francetic Tax Resolution. Don't get frantic, get Francetic. Go to 262tax.com. Reds 2 for 5, 40%, 0 for 1 at the arc. Thunder 6 for 11, 54%, 2 for 6 at the arc. Williams with 6, Frazier with 4 for the Thunder. 2 points each for Sammy Woodward and Lauren Herman. Reds have turned it over 4 times here in this first quarter, leading to 7 of the 15 points by the Thunder. 15-5 Thunder as play resumes. Woodward out there along with Kashawn, Antoine, Larson, and Herman. Again, without Autumn Kalis tonight with a shoulder injury, did not practice, is not dressed tonight. Rebound collected by the Wheaton Thunder off the miss. They'll bring it down. Dembski with it. Works it off near wing. Hannah Williams. Back up top to Jordan Myroth. She's been playing a role coming off the bench here the last 5 ball games for this Wheaton team. Shot clock down to 3 as Williams just flips it off. They'll get the shot away as the shot clock got down that time. Dembski's shot rebounded by Kashawn. She'll give it off to Woodward. Nancy Valev will get a look here as she will come off the bench. Next dead ball for the Lady Reds. Antoine, top of the circle, faked the shot, brought it back down to Herman, left side, now to Larson, driving. Down the right baseline is Larson. Collects it again, tries to go up on Dembski, shot rejected. Christy Dembski with the facial. Back the other way come the Thunder. They try and get it inside to Williams. Nice one-handed pass to Dembski, back up top to Frazier. In and out. That one popped halfway down and fell out that time for Frazier. 15-5 Thunder, 2:50 to play, first quarter. Woodward walks it across midcourt on the dribble, left to right here in this first half. Larson now, in front of Dembski, gets it off to Antoine for 3, banked it in. Hello. Destiny Antoine with the 3-pointer, banked it home. 15-8 in favor of the Thunder now as Frazier in the post. Leaves it for Myroth. She'll finish underneath. It's her first points in a couple of ball games for Jordan Myroth. This time a layup off the feed from Frazier in the low post. Left the back door wide open that time, did the Lady Reds. 9-point advantage for the Thunder. Herman working the dribble in the right corner. Back up top to Larson. Around the left side to Woodward. Gets a screen from Kashawn, doesn't use it. Weaves her way to the basket, count it, and 1 for Sammy Woodward on a nice move to the basket from the left side. Kashawn came out, was going to set the ball screen, but instead Woodward went the opposite way around Kashawn and was able to take it to the hoop and draw the foul. Madsen with the foul, her first, second on the team. Sammy at the line for the and 1. Meanwhile, it's Berrigan and Valev checking in for the Lady Reds, replacing Larson and Kashawn. One toss here for Sammy Woodward. over the front and down for Woodward. Cuts it to 6 here, 17-11 with 1:55 to go in our first quarter. Myroth now. Up high to Berg, who just came into the lineup. Now they get it down to Hannah Williams. A little head and shoulder fake on the right block around Herman and hits. 8-footer that time off the right baseline for Williams, who has 8 first quarter points. 19-11 Wheaton as we approach 90 seconds to go here in the quarter. Berrigan up top. Fakes to her right, now swings it left side to Woodward. Woodward in front of Myroth. Now gets it off to Herman. Dembski on her as Herman puts it on the floor. Jump stop, goes to the basket, missing. And the rebound to Dembski. Got it below the free throw line that time, was leaning in looking for the foul and didn't get the call. Now Hannah Williams up top. Touch pass down to Berg. Back underneath the Myroth, second straight time they get to the low post. Myroth this time able to finish with another backdoor cut to the basket. 4 straight for Jordan Myroth, 21-11, a 10-point Wheaton lead, under a minute to go here in the quarter. Woodward fires from 3, that one is missed. Underneath, Herman collects, tries to dribble out of traffic, kicks it back out to Woodward. Now Woodward from 20 was fouled after the shot. She will get to the line to shoot 2. Myroth that time got her on the arm, so this will put the league's leading free throw shooter at the free throw line. Sammy Woodward. 92% shooter from the line coming in. Knocks that one down, 2 for 2 tonight. Has 6 points. Chance to cut it to 8 right here. And she does. 21-13 Wheaton, 40 seconds to play. Woodward now with 7 points, 3 for 3 at the line. Myroth trying to feed Berg up top, collected it, now swings it off. Bonnie Zeller, touch pass back to Williams, now to Myroth, try to work it back inside. Good job by Berrigan to knock it away from Berg. Now they get it back inside Williams, over Herman, no. Saved by Destiny Antoine, and Valev comes away with it for the Reds. Shot clock dark, final 14 seconds here this first quarter. Woodward now, using the screen from Berrigan. Running one-hander off the glass, no good. Final 3 seconds here. They try and get the pass away. Good job by Destiny Antoine to break that one up. Jordan Myroth able to get one up, but falling way short as time expires here in the quarter. Reds chasing 8 here after 1 quarter. It's Wheaton 21, Carthage 13 on AM 1050 WLIP. Reds down 8, 21-13 after 1 quarter of play. Carthage 4 of 12, 33%, 1 for 3 at the arc. Wheaton 9 of 17, 52%, 2 of 8 from the arc. Wheaton ball to begin this second quarter. Berg with it in the low post to Myroth. Back to Berg. Now she'll flip it up top to Madsen. Around the near side. Zeller with it. Back to Madsen. Now to Berg again down low, working on Berrigan. Flipped it back up. Wild shot as the shot clock goes dark, and it falls short and goes out of bounds. Madsen taking that shot that time for the Thunder. So it's Madsen, Myroth, Dembski, Zeller, and Berg to start this second quarter. For Carthage, it will be Valev, Woodward, Berrigan, Herman, and Larson. Again, if you're just joining us, Autumn Kalis not in the lineup tonight in street clothes. Injured shoulder in Wednesday's game, did not practice this week. Now the three up top by Sammy Woodward goes down. Sammy now with 10 here in the ball game. 21-16, Reds to within 5. We're a minute into our second quarter. Now they work the perimeter. Myroth gets the ball left corner, back up top to Madsen. Works it back over to Dembski. Now inside Berg, good help by Woodward as she knocked it away. It went off the thigh of Berg and out of bounds. A turnover for the Thunder. Their second of the ball game, and Berg will come out immediately here as checking in will be Hannah Fraser. Also Swider will check in now, replacing Dembski for Wheaton. Chance to knock it to 3 or less here on this possession for the Lady Reds. Belev with it now. Left side to Berrigan. Turnaround jump shot from 20. Halfway down, popped out. They will go for the rebound. Larson had it, but a whistle and a foul underneath. As Larson collected that, it'll go on Wheaton. Bonnie Zeller with the foul. That is her first team foul of the second quarter. Hannah Williams will check in now, replacing Bonnie Zeller. Carthage will inbound right at the basket as Belev will trigger. Forced it into Herman. Herman on the left block, working on Swider. Turnaround shot over Swider is good. Good job by Herman, able to space her out just a little bit off the left side. Turned around and popped right over Swider. Herman with 4. It's a 3-point game, 21-18 Thunder. Now back up top, Williams inside to Fraser. Back out it goes. Madsen for 3. High arcing shot missing, and the rebound Larson. Thunder just 2 for 10 shooting the 3. Chance to tie on this possession with a long one here is Larson. Now driving the basket, coming down the left side and gets the foul. Good aggressive move by Larson as she made the circle up top. Was going to come down the left side of the lane. It opened up and she took it right to the iron and was able to draw the foul. Foul will go on Hannah Williams. That is her second team foul of the quarter. This will put Larson at the free throw line for the Lady Reds. She had a string here early in the month of January where she had hit double figures in 3 successive games. 12, 11, and 14 points in those ball games for Larson, and she knocks both free throws down here. Her first 2 points of the game pulls her team to within 1. 6-0 run to start this second quarter for the Lady Reds. They trail by 1. Fraser with it high on the wing. Gets it back up top to Williams, to Swider here on the left side, guarded by Larson. Now to Madsen up top. Works it to her right to Williams, back up top, Sanjul. Now to Williams, circles back to Fraser over Berrigan. That one is no good. The rebound Larson scooping that one up. Reds now an 11-10 advantage on the glass. They've held the Thunder without points here. Last 4 minutes, last minute of the first quarter and the first 3 minutes here of this second quarter. Now we got a whistle away, and what do we have? 3-second violation on the Lady Reds. Ouch. That'll go as the first turnover here of the second quarter for the Lady Reds. 5 in the ball game now for Carthage. 21-20, Wheaton up by 1. Fraser in the low post. We got a whistle and a foul on Berrigan. Held her up in the back. Berrigan picking up her first team foul of the second quarter. Kelsey Cauchon will come in replacing Berrigan. Wheaton will inbound left of the basket. They get it in quickly to Fraser. Now off to Swider. Back to Sanjul. To Swider, deep 3 straight on with Larson in her face and made it. Anna Swider, 5'10 sophomore. And she is the coach's daughter. That's Mike Swider, longtime football coach at Wheaton, who stepped down in December. Makes it a 4-point game, 24-20. Reds will set it up. Woodward on the right side. Up top to Larson. Shot clock down to 11 here as Woodward makes the trip between the rings. Now to Belev, driving in right side. On Madsen, gets it to Cauchon. Shot clock down to 2. Turnaround shot. Cauchon hits in the low post that time. We'll see Cauchon. Shot clock getting down, and She was able to knock it down. She's got 3, 24-22. Reds to within 2. 6 minutes to go here in this first half. Now Swider thought about a drive, now pulled it back, gives it off to Williams. Back to Sanjul. Back to Swider, 20-footer off the left corner, no. Long rebound, Herman able to flag it down. Carthage a 12-10 advantage on the glass right now. Now Woodward works the dribble over to Velev left side. Gets a ball screen from Herman. Nice feed underneath to Kashan, lays it up and in. Frazier vacated, was going to go help out and double team Velev, who was driving down the left side. That left Kashan all alone underneath. 4 straight by Kashan. She's got 5. The game tied at 24. Now Williams on the drive. The run up partially blocked. It's loose on the floor. Carthage has it, and they'll take a timeout as both Kashan and Woodward fell on the basketball. And avoid the travel, Carthage called the timeout. So timeout, Lady Reds, their second of the ball game. Game tied at 24, and 4 straight by Kelsey Kashan with 5:09 to play here in our first quarter. Our game tonight brought to you in part by Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha, located just east of I-94 on Highway 50. Nobody sells for less than Lynch. By Ruffalo's 2 Family Restaurant, some great pizza over there on 45th Street in Kenosha. And by Lou Perini's Gas and Grocery. That's home of Mama P's Ho-Ho Cakes and low cash prices on gas. Reds 4 for 5 here in this second quarter, outscoring the Thunder 11-3 through the first 5 minutes of this second quarter. Thunder just 1 for 5. That was a 3-pointer by Swider. Antoine back in the lineup now for the Lady Reds. So you have Antoine, Velev, Kashan, Woodward, and Larson. Again, without Autumn Kalis. If you're just joining us, Autumn not playing tonight. She was injured in the game Wednesday, hurt her shoulders. Woodward fires the 3 straight on. The Reds reclaim the lead, 27-24. A 14-3 run here in this second quarter, and the Reds are up 3. Kalis out with that shoulder injury, did not practice, so she's not dressed in uniform tonight. So Frazier will fire from the right wing. That one's no good. Rebound Velev at the free throw line. Well, after a little bit of a sluggish start in that first quarter, the Reds have bounced back here, gaining some confidence as this game rolls on. Woodward now on the right wing, rolls it into Kashan on the left block, turns into Frazier, blocked, got it back, took the dribble back out to Larson. That shot did not hit the rim, so they got to work it around. Shot clock down to 3, down to 2, ball knocked away by Frazier with 1 second on the shot clock. Carthage possession right of the basket. Dembski and Myroth will check in. Carthage has 1 second to shoot it here to get it in. They get it to Kashan. She can't get it away as that one will fall short and the shot clock violation. Tough play there. Frazier did a nice job defending Kashan there. It was Frazier who knocked it out as shot clock rolled to 1. Williams high on the right. Gets it to Madsen, now to Myroth. Now back over to Williams on the right wing. Up top it goes Madsen. Guarded by Woodward. Back to Williams with Destiny Antoine on her. Shot clock down to 7. They get it to Frazier. Frazier rolls around Kashan. Missed the shot. The rebound, Kelsey Kashan. Good job by Kelsey. She might have surprised herself. She hung in there tough with Frazier in the post. Again, Frazier's a Division I transfer from St. Louis University. Backs her down. Kashan shooting. Shot partially blocked by Frazier out of bounds. You know what? Kelsey Kashan, aggressive in the post tonight. What you like to see is Maggie Berrigan will check in now. Kashan will get a nice hand as she comes out. She had a fantastic job here over the last 4 or 5 minutes. Brought her team back, scored 4 straight points. 27-24 Reds. Woodward for 3. Knocked to the floor by Williams. 3 free throws upcoming for Sammy Woodward. Williams can't believe it. That's her second foul. Not much of a protest put on by the Wheaton bench, as Williams picks up her second foul, the team's third, and Woodward at the line for 3. Knocks the first one in. 14 points already for Woodward tonight. And again, without Kalis, 17 and a half a game. Somebody's got to pick up the slack. Woodward 2 for 2 now. A triple here. Hat trick. Got all 3. Checking in for the first time tonight, Taylor Sanders, a 5'10 sophomore out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, for the Wheaton Thunder. So Kent Madsen rolling deep into his bench. Reds with their largest lead of the game now at 6, 30-24. Outscoring 16-3 the Thunder here in this second quarter. Frazier nearly broken up by Valev. Did a nice job getting in front of Zeller. Now has Zeller tied up. They get it back up top to Myroth. Shot clock under 10. To Madsen here in the near wing, guarded by Woodward. Step back 3. Woodward got a piece of it. Berrigan comes down with it. Excellent piece of defense that time by Sammy Woodward. Madsen thought she was going to lose her on the ball fake, but she hung with her. Was able to block that shot. Now Valev will set it up to Antoine. Inside it goes to Berrigan, backing down on Frazier. Leans in on Frazier, got the block. Frazier kept her footing nicely that time in front of Berrigan, allowed her to front her and able to get the hand on it to wipe the shot away. Madsen dribbling in, leaves it for Myroth, left it short, got her own rebound, dribbles out of traffic. Reloads here for the Thunder. Loop it back to Frazier, got around Destiny Antoine, got it inside, knocked to the floor, no call, was Taylor Sanders, and coming away with it are the Lady Reds. Reds got away with one there, that could have easily been a foul. Woodward will set it up at the center circle. Left side to Larson. Larson guarded by Dembski. They roll it into Berrigan. Back up top to Larson. Shot clock down to 8. Larson now has to roll down the right side. Needs some help. Gets it to Destiny Antoine, who travels with the basketball. Destiny Antoine has that little crow hop before she puts the ball down. Little scissor kick, and that turns it over. 7th turn by the Lady Reds tonight. Second one here in this, third one I should say, here in this second quarter. 30-24 Reds. 17-3 run here in this second quarter. 3 on the way, that one's no good. Ball tipped back out, Woodward comes away with it. She gets it away from Sanders that time. Reds have done an excellent job here. They have held the Thunder without a field goal since the 6:50 mark. We've got 1:12 remaining. Kept Wheaton without a field goal here for the past 5 minutes. And they've reclaimed the lead. Valev now driving in, going right side, off the glass and down with a scoop shot off the window. Nancy Valev, 32-24, 52 seconds to play in the half. Sanders for just inside the arc out of the right corner. That ends the streak now. 6 minutes without a field goal. They hit one here, Sanders from the right side. 32-26. Final 36 seconds here this first half. Larson to Woodward. Step around Myroth. Fires, missing. Rebound pulled in by Dembski. She'll push it up the floor. Gets it to Frazier. Frazier. Oh, they're going to call Berrigan for a block as Frazier stuck that chicken wing out into the chest of Berrigan. Knocked her to the floor, but they'll call the block on Berrigan. Berrigan picking up her second foul, second on the team. She will come out here as Cauchon will check in. Frazier is out. Jill Berg back in for the Thunder. 21 seconds to play in the half. Carthage up 6. Myroth swings it out to Sanders. Takes it behind the arc, right side on Destiny Antoine. Now gets it back to Dembski. Back to Sanders. Sanders had it stripped by Valev. Took it right away from her that time. Valev will bring it down. Final 6 seconds of the half. Gets it to Cauchon. Turnaround shot at the free throw line. That one will dance around the rim and fall through as time expires here in this first half. Kelsey Cauchon's bucket makes it an 8-point game here at the break. Carthage 34, Wheaton 26. They outscore the Thunder 19-5 here in this second quarter. We'll pause, take a 2-minute break. When we return, we'll run the numbers from this exciting first half. 34-26 Lady Reds. Back after this on AM 1050 WLIP. Thanks, Mike. Lady Reds basketball tonight on 1050 WLIP, brought to you in part by Wingstop of Kenosha, located on Highway 50, by the Steve Vigiano Insurance Agency. Call Steve, he'll shop for your insurance needs. By S.J. Crystal's Menswear, for the finest in men's fashions, it's clearly S.J. Crystal's on 6th Avenue in downtown Kenosha. By Dickey's Barbecue Pit, I-94 and Highway 50, across from Woodman's. By the Westosha Sports Complex, Zero to Hero Conditioning. Visit WestoshaSportsComplex.com. And by the Triangle Flooring, Furniture, and Appliance Center on Highway 50 and 39th Avenue in Kenosha. John Weiser back with you at the Tarble Arena. An exciting first half. Reds were down by as many as 10 in the first quarter and trailed 21-13 at the end of one, but Reds opened up, scoring the first 6 points of the second quarter, outscoring the Thunder in that second frame 21-5, limiting the Thunder to just 2 of 11 shooting in the second quarter, and opened up their largest lead of the game by 8 here at the break, 34-26. Kelsey Kashawn's little dance off the rim able to go down as time expired here in this first half. As we break down the numbers for you in that first half, in the second quarter, the Reds went 7 of 12, 58% for the game. Carthage 11 of 24, 45%. Reds went 2 for 2 at the three-point arc in the second quarter. For the game now at the half, 3 of 5. And the Reds went 5 for 5 at the line, including 3 straight by Sammy Woodward. And for the game, the Reds 9 for 10 at the line. Meanwhile, for the Thunder, as I mentioned, 2 of 11 shooting in that second quarter. For the game, 11 of 28, 39%. Thunder went 1 for 8 at the arc, and for the game, Wheaton now 3 for 16 shooting the 3-ball. What's interesting there is they are the number 1 3-point field goal shooting team in the conference at 36%. And right now they're at 18%, and they average about 8 makes per game from the arc, and so far just 3 tonight. Leading scorers in the ballgame for the Lady Red, it was Sammy Woodward with 16 first-half points. Again, Autumn Kalis not in uniform tonight, out with a shoulder injury. Did not practice Thursday or Friday, so they are without the services of their leading scorer. But Sammy Woodward picking that slack up with 16 points in that first half. The senior from Franksville, 4 for 7 at the field, 2 for 2 at the arc, 6 for 6 at the line. She also collected 2 rebounds, had a steal and a block in that first half. Then it was Kelsey Cashon with 7. Cashon getting those final points in the final seconds here. That 2-pointer able to dance around the rim and fall in for her. She had 7 on 3 of 5 shooting, also collecting 4 rebounds. 4 points for Lauren Herman, 2 for 5, 0 for 2 at the arc. Destiny Antoine with 3, and 2 points each for Nancy Valev and Amanda Larson. Meanwhile, for the Wheaton Thunder, Hannah Williams with 8, all coming in the first quarter. Williams shut out in that second quarter, went 3 for 6 and 1 for 2 at the arc. 4 points each for Hannah Fraser and Jordan Myroth. 3 each for Kristen Madsen and Hannah Swider, and 2 for San Joel. Reds out-rebound the Thunder 18-13 in that first half. Carthage getting 5 on the offensive glass. 4 offensive rebounds for the Thunder. Leading rebounder for the Lady Reds was Kelsey Cashon with 4. And it was Christy Dembski with 4, leading the way for Wheaton off the glass. Wheaton with 9 assists, 5 turnovers, 5 blocks, 5 steals. 3 of those blocks credited to Dembski, 2 to Hannah Fraser. Meanwhile, the Lady Reds with 6 assists, 7 turnovers, 1 block, and 3 steals. That 1 block belonging to Sammy Woodward. So Carthage forcing 5 turnovers. That led to 7 Carthage points. Reds turned it over 7 times, just twice in the second quarter. And that led to 10 Wheaton points. Carthage outscoring Wheaton in the paint 16-8. Second chance points 8-5 in the contest. Wheaton led by as many as 10 early in the first quarter, and Carthage by as many as 8, outscoring the Thunder 21-5 in the second quarter and maintain an 8-point lead at the half, 34-26. Couple of finals from earlier this afternoon. It was North Park defeating Elmhurst 57-38. So North Park Vikings now 8-1. Game and a half lead over Illinois Wesleyan, who sits alone in second place right now at 6-2 and on the bye this weekend. It was Josie Somerville with 12 points and 5 rebounds. It was Jalen Johnson with 10 points and 10 boards for North Park tonight. Queen Jean with 7 points and 10 boards for the Blue Jays in a losing effort. Elmhurst falls to 2-7 in the league and 7-11 overall. Augustana defeated Carroll tonight, 69-56, the final in that one. Alexis Jones with a big ball game for the Vikings. Jones scored 25 points and grabbed 16 rebounds and went 13 of 15 at the free throw line. Sierra Gruber with 15 points and 6 boards for Carroll. So Augustana now a half game ahead of the Lady Reds at 4-5 and in 6th place in the standings. 9-9 overall. Carroll now at 2-7, 6-11 overall. One game going on, approaching halftime in Naperville, and it's Milliken coming back. They were down by as many as 8. They've come back to take a 1-point lead, 38-37, with about a minute to go in the first half down in Naperville. It's Pearson with 12 for the Cardinals, and it's Jordan Hildebrandt with 19 points. Red hot. Hildebrandt 7 of 9 so far in that ball game for Milliken, and it is a 38-37 lead in favor of the Big Blue late in the first half in that ball game. Men's scores, couple of afternoon games going on. The tight one in Waukesha once again. Augustana leading Carroll 67-64. Under a minute to go in that one. Pearson Wooford with 24 leading the way for Augustana. And it's Penny with 12 leading 5 players in double figures for Carroll. And that's got 9 seconds to go now. Carroll has pulled to within 2, 67-65 with 9 seconds left in that one. The other game going on, a boat race. Elmhurst going to go over the century mark on North Park. It's 2 minutes to go in that one, and the Blue Jays lead that one 99-72. Jake Rohde blowing the roof off the gym at North Park. 41 points tonight for Jake Rohde. 11 of 15, 5 of 6 from the arc, 14 of 15 at the line. The reigning 3-time Conference Player of the Week, in line to garner his 4th Conference Player of the Week honors with 41 tonight for the Elmhurst Blue Jays, as the 4th-ranked Blue Jays pounding North Park 99-72 with just over a minute left in that contest. And the other game will be the nightcap down in Naperville, Milliken and North Central. Again, Illinois Wesleyan on the bye this weekend. 34-26, Lady Reds on top of the Wheaton Thunder. We will pause and take a 60-second break. When we come back, second half play from the Tarble Arena right after this on AM 1050 WLIP. Lady Reds without Autumn Kalis lead the Wheaton Thunder 34-26. As we get set for second half action here at the Tarble Arena, I want to give a shout out. Eric Steffen listening in across the lake over in Michigan tonight. Eric, welcome into our broadcast. Glad you got us tuned in and following Carthage basketball. Eric, a Carthage alum, coaching some high school basketball over there in the state of Michigan. Good friend of Tim Bernero's, and I know he's got us tuned in tonight for this one. We'll be back here Wednesday night for Redmond basketball here on 1050 WLIP. The Redmond and Carroll from right here at the Tarble Arena. Second matchup of the season for those two squads, and we will have it for you starting at 6:45 on Wednesday night. And then the Lady Reds and Redmond will have a bye next weekend, so no basketball next Saturday, February 1st. On a bye weekend, and then we return right back here with the Lady Reds and North Central here a week from Wednesday. So some exciting basketball coming up. Your opportunity to catch the Redmond here at home this coming Wednesday night as they will take on the Carroll University Pioneers, the battle of the W's in the CCIW here at the Tarble Arena on Wednesday night. It's gone final now up in Waukesha. Augustana defeated Carroll 69-65. Pearson Wooford with 26 points to lead the way for the Vikings. Nick Penny with 12, leading 5 players in double figures for the Carroll Pioneers. And that is now a final in Chicago. Elmhurst defeats North Park 99-73. Jake Rohde with 41 points tonight for the Elmhurst Blue Jays. Well, let's see if the Lady Reds can continue their defensive mastery of that second quarter, holding Wheaton to 2 of 11 from the field, and 1 for 8 at the three-point arc, outscoring the Thunder 21-5, down by 6, leading by 8 here to start this third quarter, 34-26. Reds, Carthage will have the ball to start this second half. It'll be Woodward, Larson, Antoine, Kashan, and Herman for Carthage. It'll be Williams, St. Joel, Swider, Madsen, and Fraser for the Wheaton Thunder, as Woodward will handle it here, going right to left in this second half. Herman, left corner shot on the way. That one's short, and the rebound, Swider. She'll push it up in transition. Swider across midcourt quickly, gives it to Fraser. Fraser got Kashan to leave her feet, now swings the pass to Williams, back inside to Fraser. Working on Kashan, turnaround shot with the left hand, going off the glass short. The rebound pulled in by Kashan. 19-14 advantage on the glass for the Lady Reds. Impressive. Again, doing this without Autumn Kalis out with the injury, and now we've got an offensive foul inside on Lauren Herman. Trying to come out and set the ball screen and collided with the player inside. That's first foul on the Lady Reds here in this third quarter. First on Herman. Fraser now kicks it back out to Madsen, back into Williams, fades away from the basket going to the right. Comes up short, and Kashan again cleans up the miss. We'll give it off to Woodward across midcourt. Woodward now to Larson. Takes the dribble across the top, swings the pass left side Woodward. Gets it over to Destiny Antoine for three off the left wing. That's an air ball miss. Flagging it down as Williams got away from Kashan that time. Williams will handle the dribble across midcourt, left to right. Swings it left wing now to San Joel. Now inside low post, Frazier able to spin her way around Kashan and lay it in low left. 6th point for Frazier. And again, you go back to the game on the 13th, Frazier was held to 10 points through the first 3 quarters, then exploded for 14 fourth quarter points en route to a game-high 24 in the victory over the Lady Reds. Herman almost walked, got away with it. Gave it up to Destiny Antoine. Back to Herman, middle of the floor, works it around right side Woodward. Tried to force it into Kashan, tipped away by Frazier, picked up by Destiny Antoine. The kick to Larson, left corner three is an air ball miss. Herman able to flag it down. It goes out of bounds off of Herman, and it will be Wheaton ball. So Carthage off to an inauspicious 0 for 3 start now. Wheaton 1 for 3 as well. 34-28, Reds lead it by 6. 7:45 to play, third quarter. Now Swider to Frazier, going strong to the basket, draws the foul, knocking Herman to the floor. Both Herman and Kashan were there. The foul's going to go on Kelsey Kashan on the arm. That is her first, second team foul on the Lady Reds here in this third quarter. Kashan will come out. Berrigan will check in for the Lady Reds. At the line is Hannah Frazier, shooting 2. Frazier's free throw dances around and in. 3 points here in the third quarter, a total of 7 in the ball game now for Frazier. The leading scorers in the conference, knocks down the second. As all 4 Wheaton points here to start this third quarter. 4-0 run, 34-30. Carthage up. Woodward now to Berrigan, top of the circle. Swings it off left side to Destiny Antoine. To Larson, back inside Berrigan. Double team. Now has to kick it back out to Larson. 10 to shoot here for the Lady Reds. Woodward, right side Herman. Working on Madsen with the dribble. Now gave up the dribble. Has nowhere to go, has to put up a prayer, and it crawls off the rim, no good. Williams with the rebound. Good defensive effort here to start this third quarter by the Wheaton Thunder. They have clamped down on the Lady Reds. Williams now up top to Madsen, to San Joel, left side. Back to Madsen, now to Frazier. High post, shooting over Berrigan and hits. Frazier getting hot, and Tim Bernero sensed it, has to take the timeout here. Frazier coming out smoking here in this third quarter. All 6 of her team's points pulls her team to within 2. It's 34-32 Carthage. full timeout will break as well. 6:52 to play, third quarter. Reds lead down to 2 on AM 1050 WLIP. Carthage coming out of the timeout. Nancy Valev in now, replacing Lauren Herman. So it's Valev, Berrigan, Woodward, Larson, and Antoine. Woodward with it now, working on Swider. Takes a dribble back out, 10 to shoot here for the Lady Reds. It'll be Woodward with an air ball 3 attempt that time as Madsen comes away with it. Carthage 0 for 5 now to start this third quarter. Madsen to Swider. High on the left wing, guarded by Destiny Antoine. Chance to tie or take the lead here. Their first lead since early in the second quarter. All alone, Swider, left corner 3. That one won't fall. Battle for the loose ball. Madsen comes away with it. Took it away from Valev. Back to Swider in the left corner, far side. Up top it goes to Sanjuel. Puts it on the floor. Back to Swider. On the drive. Poked away momentarily by Woodward. Picked up by Williams. Williams now to Fraser. Frazier, step back jumper over Berrigan, skips off, no good. And the rebound, Destiny Antoine. Valev now will work the point as she takes it across midcourt. Again, Autumn Kalis not available to the Lady Reds tonight, out with a shoulder injury. Valev off the feed from Larson, got around everybody, tried to bounce pass back out. She had a layup if she just took the shot. Turns it over. Now Swider, 16-footer over the right side. We're tied at 34. That's just inexperience there. Valev got in the clear underneath. Had an easy bucket if she just would have looked for it. Instead wanted to pass it back out to the free throw line. It got picked off. And Swider back the other way, able to hit the 16-footer. We're tied at 34. Now Woodward on the drive. Scoop shot with the right hand going glass in the first points of the second half for the Lady Reds. Woodward with 18. 36-34 Lady Reds. Under 5 minutes to go here in the third. Frazier. Left block, blocked by Berrigan. Oh, they're going to call a foul. Frazier got a step on Berrigan. She blocked it from behind, so the foul called by the official underneath. Berrigan picking up her third team foul on the Lady Reds. Kashawn will check back in now, replacing Berrigan. Herman back in, replacing Destiny Antoine. And at the free throw line is Hannah Frazier, who knocks it down. Frazier with 7 here in the third quarter, 11 on the night. Almost a repeat of the game on the 13th. Held her in check through one half as she missed the free throw. Swider went back up with it on the and it was rejected. Now picked up in the corner, got a held ball. Kashawn and Frazier tie each other up, and it'll be a held ball, and it will be Wheaton ball. Possession left of the basket here, as Dembski will come in for Swider. 36-35 Lady Reds. Frazier now to Dembski. Try to get it back inside. Broken up by Woodward. Kicked out of bounds by Williams. It'll be Carthage ball. It's a Williams and Herman double team that time on Williams. And as Williams fought to get back to that ball that was knocked away by Woodward, she inadvertently kicked it out of bounds. Now Valev to Larson. Larson on the drive, working on Williams. Lost control of the dribble and turns it over. Oh boy. Another turnover here for the Lady Reds in this third quarter. It's their second straight turn. 36-35. Demski now to Madsen, high on the right side, guarded by Valev. Back to Williams, puts it on the floor. Got a ball screen from Frazier. Shot rejected by Kashan. Ball loose on the court. Madsen ties up Valev. We have a held ball. Possession arrow to the Lady Reds. Good job by Kashan. I believe that's her second block tonight. She was able to get a piece of that shot by Frazier. Valev will walk it down. Under 4 minutes to play here in the third. Reds lead by 1. Woodward, nice pass, low post to Kashan. Made the catch, went up with it, and drew the foul. Nice little spin move that time on the low post for Kashan. Demski picking up the foul, her first. That's the first on the Thunder here in the third quarter. Kelsey Kashan at the free throw line for the Lady Reds. And the lefty puts it up and in. Kashan for the season, 75% from the line. Again, the Reds, top free throw shooting team in the league at just under 75% coming in. As Kashan hits them both. In double figures now. 38-35, Reds by 3. 3:45 to play here in the third. Frazier, the high post this time. Put it on the floor, kick to Williams left corner. She'll use the ball screen. We'll loop it back to Frazier. 20-footer over Kashan is good. Boy, she is so talented with that mid-range jumper. And she just lulls you to sleep when you think she's going to just pass that off. She'll catch it and just with that little quick release. She now has 13, 9 here in the third quarter. Valev with it. Pull-up jumper, rattles around and out. The rebound pulled in by Demski. Kashan with a bad foul there, going over the back. Kelsey should have just let that one go. Let Demski come down with the rebound, but instead commits the foul. That's 2 now on Kashan. 4th team foul on the Reds. Next one will put Wheaton at the line for the rest of the quarter. 38-37, Lady Reds by 1. They led by as many as 8 to start this third quarter. And Hannah Frazier with 9 third quarter points has pulled her team back to within 1. Myroth loops it back to Williams. Into Frazier, working on Kashan. Got around Kashan. The kick back out to Madsen for 3. Knock it down. Kirsten Madsen, the coach's daughter, able to knock down the three-point shot. And the Thunder back up by 2, 40-38 with 2:40 remaining here in the third quarter. Reds did a nice job defending there. They just lost Madsen, left her alone on the arc. Now Valev, bounce feed to Kashan, catch down low left, able to finish over Williams and in. Kelsey Kashan with 11 points tonight, ties the game at 40. 2:20 to go here in the third. Madsen got around Valev, kick to Demski for 3. Left side, no good. Ball tipped around. Herman had it, lost it as she got tangled up in her own teammate. Now back out to Madsen for 3. That one's no good. Larson got the rebound, and we have a foul on Amanda Larson. They'll call her for a hold while on the floor. Check that, it's going to go on Herman. That's 2 now on Herman. 5th team foul, so Demski on the line will shoot a pair for the Thunder. Demski, 69% shooter from the line, knocks that one down. 0 for 4 from the field, but 1 for 1 now at the free throw line is Demski. Swider checking in to replace Demski, so they'll wait till after this free throw here. Makes it, Demski will come out. No, check that, it'll be Madsen coming out. Swider in. 42-40 Wheaton, 2:07 to go here in the third. Again, the Reds without Autumn Kalis, out with an injured shoulder sustained in the Wednesday game, did not practice Thursday or Friday, so hanging tough here with the projected conference leader here in the Wheaton Thunder. Now a turnover by the Reds again on a bad pass by Valev. Williams now to Myroth. Works it off to Frazier for 3 over Kashan and knocks it down. 16 points on the night, 12 here in this third quarter alone for Hannah Frazier. She has taken this game over again. Same thing happened in the fourth quarter on the 13th of January. 14 of her 24 points in that fourth frame. Now Kashawn in the low post. Around Frazier. Hook shot won't go down. Rebound inside by Myroth. Now the Thunder will set it up. Dembski passed off the three to Frazier. Back out to Swider for three. That one's no good. And it's Sammy Woodward with the rebound. So we approach a minute to go here in the third. Valev will take it across for Carthage. Reds now down 5. They were up 8 at the break. It's been all Thunder here on a 19-6 run. Now Valev, little runner from the right side. That was short. The rebound pulled in by Dembski. She'll push it up in transition, and Williams. Williams will pull it back out. Back to Dembski. Now to Myroth. Low post it goes. Frazier. Turnaround shot over Kashawn. Crawls over and down. Hannah Frazier, the Division I transfer from St. Louis University, schooling the Lady Reds here in this third quarter. 16 points on the night, 14 here in this third quarter alone for Frazier. Down low it goes to Kashawn. She'll finish low left and lay it in. Kelsey Kashawn with 13, 47-42. Thunder. Frazier again, one more time, you bet. Fadeaway jumper off the right block for Frazier. Now Larson puts it up. Will count. That should go down and will on the runner at the buzzer for Amanda Larson. 49-44. The Reds down 5 as they were outscored here in this third quarter. 23-10, and Wheaton taking the lead. We'll pause, take a 60 break, back with the fourth quarter after this on AM 1050 WLIP. Hannah Frazier with 16 third quarter points. Reversed an 8-point deficit, has given the Wheaton Thunder a 5-point lead here going into the fourth, 49-44. Is Larson able to get the steal away from Myroth? Carthage will bring it back the other way. Valev, Larson, Woodward, Berrigan, and Antoine to start this fourth quarter. John Weiser with you. Glad you're along. First of two tonight. Valev for three off the left wing. That won't go. A rebound by Swider. Swider, Berg, Williams, Myroth, and Dembski out there now for Wheaton. As they get into Berg, trying to go around Berrigan, who commits the foul, her fourth. And Berg just had at least 2 steps on Berrigan, and Berrigan commits her fourth foul. That pass immediately went into the low post. Berrigan let her cross in front of her and made the easy catch and was forced to foul her, and that's her fourth foul. Kashawn back in there now, as she's able to miss Berg missing that free throw. 63% shooter from the line this season, Berg. Started 12 games this year for the Thunder. Did not start tonight as she goes 1 for 2 that trip. 6-point Thunder lead, 50-44, just underway here in the fourth. Lev now. Works it back up top to Kashawn. Now in the hands of Larson. To Woodward. Low post it goes. Kashawn, and she's fouled. Got a step on Berg that time as Woodward, the over-the-top feed to the right block to Kashawn. Berg forced to foul. This will put Kashawn on the line, shooting 2. Sanjuel will check back in now for the Thunder, replacing Myroth. Kashawn able to knock down the front end. 4 for 5 at the line tonight for Kelsey Kashawn, the Tremper grad. One of 2 Tremper grads on this team. Ayanna Esther also from Tremper on this roster. She misses the second. Berg clears out the rebound to Sanjuel. 50-45, Reds down 5, 8:50 to play. Swider up top, works it around to Sanjuel. Now inside it goes Berg. Gets around Kashawn. Missed the shot, got her own rebound. Stick back won't go down. Third attempt goes up and in. You know, she had position on Kashawn. Missed the first 2, and on the third attempt went glass and was able to bank it in. 3 points now for Berg. Kashawn now to Antoine. Gets it to Woodward. Woodward thought about the 3. Working on Sanjuel. Got around Sanjuel. Reverse layup. Blocked from behind by Berg as Woodward hit the deck. No foul called. Back the other way comes Sanjuel. Kicks it to Williams for 3 out of the left corner, and that one is a flush. Timeout, Reds. They have 1 remaining as Tim Bernero forced to take an early timeout here in the 4th. 55-45. Wheaton has regained control of this one here at the Tarble Arena. It's a 30-second timeout taken by the Lady Reds. Again, Carthage with 1 timeout remaining. Same situation they ran into Wednesday night. Forced to burn timeouts in the third quarter because of sloppy play. And again tonight, same thing. They got outscored in the third frame, 23-10. They simply lost track of Frazier. And Frazier took over this game, scoring 16 third quarter points. Leads all scorers with 20 here tonight. (6-1) run to start this 4th quarter for the Thunder. Down 8 at the half, up 5 to start the 3rd, and now lead by 10. 2 minutes into this 4th quarter. Larson up top. Works it off to Berrigan. Guarded by Berg. Back to Larson. Wants a 3 over Swider. That hit with the little boy shot with the arrow. Nothing. Comes up short out of bounds. Chance to increase the lead to 12 or more here by the Thunder. Williams now to Swider. Bounce feed into Berg. Guarded by Berrigan. Leaves it for Williams. She'll lay it up and in. A clinic going on the Tarble Arena floor here tonight. 10 points now for Williams. 57-45, Reds down 12. You could see the expression on Tim Bernero's face on that bench. Chin in hand. 3 on the way, good. Sammy Woodward able to hit the triple here on the near wing. She's got 21. 57-48. 9-point advantage, 7 minutes to play for the Thunder. Swider for 3. Got it. Hand and face by Destiny Antoine. Still got it up and in. 8 points now for Swider. Back to a 12-point Thunder advantage. 60-48 with 6:45 to play. Destiny Antoine with it. Works it off to Larson near side. Up top to Woodward. Woodward leaves it for Valev. Back to Woodward for 3 off the Valev screen. That one barely drew iron. Dembski able to clear the rebound. Pushes it up to Sanjuel. Into the corner, Swider. Back up top to Dembski. Well, the Reds had this one in control coming into this third quarter, but Hannah Frazier scoring 16 third quarter points. She had 4 at the break. Berg inside, got around Berrigan, missed the shot though, and the rebound collected by Amanda Larson. Valev now. See some urgency out of this Lady Red team, something we haven't seen the last couple of ball games. Antoine for 3. That one's no good. Nobody home underneath for the Lady Reds. Rebound by Sanjuel. Gets it off to Williams on the right side. Rub off screen by Berg. Now to Swider for three. That one's wild off the side, and the rebound pulled off by Amanda Larson. Did it the left part of the rim and then glanced off the backboard right in the hands of Larson that time. Woodward for a triple. Got it. Sammy Woodward for the three. Now 4 for 6 at the arc. 24 points tonight. She takes game high honors here. 9-point advantage. Timeout Thunder this time. 5:09 to play in this one. It's a 30-second timeout for the Wheaton Thunder, whose lead is down to 9, 60-51. Thunder 4 for 8 here in the fourth quarter. Carthage 2 for 8. For the game, the Thunder 23 of 51, 45%. Reds 17 of 44, 38%. 24 for Sammy Woodward, 14 for Kelsey Cashon. Again, the Reds without Autumn Kalis tonight. Dinged up shoulder in street clothes tonight. Did not practice Thursday or Friday. Her status for Wednesday up in the air as well. Meanwhile, for the Thunder, Hannah Frazier with 16 third quarter points. She has 20 on the game. Hannah Williams with 10. Hannah Swider with 8. Williams will trigger following the timeout. Gets it into Myroth. Around the Frazier screen. Now back to Madsen. Madsen, Frazier, Swider. Williams and Myroth on the floor for the Thunder. Frazier with it in the high post. Back out to Swider. Driving in now. And we got a blocking foul on Cashon. Close to a travel that time by Swider, dragging that back foot. But they're going to call a blocking foul on Carthage and Cashon. That's her third. So Berrigan with 4 fouls. Cashon now with 3. Swider at the line shooting 2. Her first trip to the line tonight. Knocks that one down. Swider with 9 points. 3 of 8 from the field, including a pair of 3-pointers. 7 for 25 at the arc tonight for the Thunder, right around their season average. They average 8 makes from the arc. As Swider hit both, 62-51, the lead's 11, 4:45 to play. Larson, or I should say Herman, puts it on the floor. Back to Cashon, now to Woodward. Guarded by Myroth, probably their best defender, and got a reach foul on Myroth that time as she made contact on the hand check. So Myroth picking up her second. Team fouls even now at 2. Valev will trigger the inbound left of the basket for the Lady Reds with 20 on the shot clock. Gets it to Cashon, backing down on Frazier, going up left side. Frazier picked her pocket. Like picking cherries that time, taking that one away from Cashon. Now the Thunder will set it up. Works it off to Madsen, top of the circle. Left side it goes Myroth. Inside to Frazier, broken up by Cashon and taken away by Herman. Now Valev will take it across midcourt, right to left. She will set it up, middle of the floor. Now to Woodward. Woodward around Myroth to Cashon. Short jumper, couldn't get it to fall. Frazier with just enough bother defensively that time to alter that shot by Cashon. Now Frazier inside, going up and over Cashon, high off the glass. And Valev able to get the rebound. Valev pushing. Gets it to the free throw line, leaves it for Woodward left side. Woodward now, guarded by Swider. Inside to Cashon, turning, going over. Frazier missing. Got a step that time, but missed low right. And Frazier clears it out to Myroth. 3:29 to go. As Williams lost that one out of bounds. Oh, they said the Reds were last to touch it. I thought Williams had hit her as she danced her way out of bounds. Wheaton will retain possession here as Myroth will trigger. Larson will check in now, replacing Cashon. And it's Berrigan back in there as well, as both Larson and Berrigan check in. Cashon and Herman out. Swider now. Back to Madsen, to Myroth. 3:15 to play, an 11-point Wheaton lead. Now Frazier working Berrigan. Leans inside with the scoop shot, missing it. And as she tried to gather it back in, it went off her foot out of bounds. Carthage ball. Reds with some opportunities here, but They haven't been able to cash. They've had looks. Unable to hit. Just 2 for 11 in this fourth quarter. Woodward now. Through the paint around to Larson. Back up top to Valev. Valev back to Woodward. Again, no Autumn Kalis out of the lineup tonight with an injury. Now on the drive, Larson drew the foul. She'll get to the free throw line and shoot a pair. Stops the clock with 2:43 remaining. Williams picking up her third. That is also the third team foul on the Thunder, and Amanda Larson at the line will shoot 2. First one up and in. Larson 3 for 3 at the line tonight, has 5 points. 5 rebounds, 5 assists tonight for Larson. Hits them both here. Again, cuts it to 9. Reds will press here. Williams now able to break the press. They get it to Frazier. Loops it down low to Madsen. Her shot partially blocked by Woodward. Coming away with it is Valev. Valev 1-on-4. Needs to circle back and wait for help. Now gets it to Larson. Larson now with the dribble. I don't know where she was going with that pass as she threw it away. She was trying to pass it through the paint. I'm not sure she knew what she was doing with that one. There were 3 Wheaton players in the paint that time. Another lost opportunity on a turnover. Now Wheaton will pull it out. Try and buy some time here. The 9-point lead, Swider with it. Back out to Frazier. Shot clock down to 3, down to 2. Williams got it away just as the shot clock hits 0. On the reach for the loose ball inside, what do we have? Got a foul on Myroth, I believe. Break for the Lady Reds there. Had both Larson and Antoine in position with Myroth in the middle, and they call her for the push-off. So Jordan Myroth with the foul, her third. That's the 4th team foul. With 1:43 remaining, Reds down 9. Need to go quickly here. Valev back out to Berrigan. Got to move the ball here. Too much on the perimeter. Woodward on the drive, halfway down and popped out. She was fouled, and she landed awkwardly in the bleachers underneath the basket. Oh, my. Jam that back into the bleachers. She's okay. She's going to walk it off. God, you can't afford another injury here. Kalber out for the year with a knee. R still out with a foot injury. Hasn't played since before Christmas. You're without Kalis tonight. You lost Woodward for a game because of flu virus, and Woodward misses the front end of 2. You look at this one, it was the third quarter that turned everything around. Reds had an 8-point lead at the half. Got outscored 23-10. 16 of those 23 by Hannah Fraser. Now the Reds trying to press here. Swider with it in the backcourt. Got it to Madsen, now across to Fraser. Into the corner. Madsen with it. Tied up by Valev. Got a held ball. Possession arrow coming back the Lady Red way. Nice job by Valev to tie up Madsen. Got a hand on the ball, nowhere to go with it. She couldn't call the timeout. Kent Madsen arguing he should have got the timeout. Big possession here. Down 8, 1:13 to play. A must get here for the Lady Reds. Woodward, Madsen fell down. Woodward will shoot over her, missing. Berrigan with the rebound. Her effort won't go. And now Destiny Antoine with it. Try to get it around. We got a kicking. No, a travel violation on Destiny Antoine. Oh, jeez. Another turnover for Carthage with 58 seconds to play. That was your opportunity on that possession right there. Now Frazier lost it to Valev. Back-to-back steals by Valev. Out to Woodward for 3. It goes down. Oh, a dancer off the iron that time, and now Sanjul turns it over on a dribble. Carthage ball on the offensive end with 49 seconds to play. It's a 5-point game. Myroth and Dembski will check in. Sanjuel and Swider out. Carthage ball here, left of the basket with 49 seconds to play. Down 5. To Woodward, and we got an offensive foul on Destiny Antoine. That was a terrible call. Frazier hits the free throw. Second one up and good for Hannah Frazier. Plus 2 more as that last foul. So she's hit 3 in a row. This will be the 4th one, missing that one. So it'll be Wheaton ball, side out here near side. Myroth will trigger the inbound. 65-57, Reds down 8 with 39 seconds to play. They get it into Frazier. Got a foul here or something. Got to stop the play here, get a possession. And they do, they get a reach here. It's going to go on Sammy Woodward. They'll put Hannah Frazier back at the free throw line. Frazier with 23, make it 24 points now, going 4 of 5 here at the free throw line. And if you're just joining us, Coach Bernero teed up twice here in the final minute and ejected from the game. You know, a timeout taken here by Casey Kleiner, who takes over. The assistant coach here takes the final timeout. Carthage will move the ball to midcourt with 33 seconds to play. Going back to that off. So a 10-point ball game here with 33 seconds to play. Larson will trigger from midcourt. Reds out of timeouts now. Woodward with it. Working the dribble. Gets it back inside to Berrigan. Couldn't finish. Tip back out to Larson. She lost it. Myroth had it. Foul called on the Lady Reds, and that'll do it. 23 seconds to go. We'll walk back to the right for free throws, and Wheaton's going to get out of here with a win tonight. I think all of this boiled over because of Autumn Kalis out with an injury. They lost Maddie Calvert to the season with a knee injury. Haley R. is still out with a foot injury. As Myroth's free throw was not even close to hitting iron that time. Second one, this one's better. It goes down for Jordan Myroth. 5 for Myroth, 68-57. This game was frustrating in the third quarter because Frazier took it over and the Reds never had an answer. As Berrigan again misses inside. The rebound to Frazier. She'll take it away. Carthage not going to foul here. Wheaton's going to sweep the season series here on the Lady Reds. Lady Reds will fall into 7th place out of a conference tournament position with the loss here tonight. 68-57 the final. Thunder with the 11-point victory. 68-57 the final here tonight. Wheaton over Carthage. We'll pause, take a 2-minute break, and we'll have our postgame for you right after this 2-minute timeout on AM 1050 WLIP. You're right. You are right. I've gone far enough. Carthage basketball on AM 1050 WLIP, brought to you tonight by Mason's Eatery and Pub on Highway 50 west of Green Bay Road in Kenosha. By Building Waters, Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. That's what they do. Don't forget refrigeration, too. By Paul Francetic and Francetic Tax Resolution. Don't get frantic. Get Francetic. Go to 262tax.com. By Luigi's Pizzeria on 39th Avenue, just south of Highway 50. By Something Different, a sports fan Fantasyland on 6th Avenue in downtown Kenosha. By our friends at Berkshire Hathaway Epic Real Estate. By the Sinus and Snoring MD, that's Dr. Swerdlin, sinusandSnoringMD.com, with offices on Green Bay Road in Kenosha. By Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha, located just east of I-94 on Highway 50. Nobody sells for less than Lynch. By Ruffalo's 2 Family Restaurant on 45th Street. By Lou Perini's Gas and Grocery, Wingstop of Kenosha. By the Vigiano Insurance Agency. Give Steve Vigiano a call. He'll shop for your insurance needs. By Louis Aceto and the fine folks at S.J. Crystal's Menswear. For the finest in men's fashions, it's clearly S.J. Crystal's on 6th Avenue in downtown Kenosha. By Dickey's Barbecue Pit, I-94 and Highway 50 across from Woodman's. By the Westosha Sports Complex, Zero to Hero Conditioning. Visit WestoshaSportsComplex.com. And by Triangle Flooring, Furniture, and Appliance Center, located on 39th Avenue and Highway 50 in Kenosha. John Weiser back with you at the Tarble Arena, where tonight the Lady Reds let an 8-point halftime lead get away, outscored in the third quarter 23-10, and fall to the Wheaton Thunder tonight by a score of 68-57. Wheaton led by as many as 10 in the first quarter. Carthage was able to cut it to 8 late and trailed 21-13 after one. but then turned things around in the second quarter as they held Wheaton to just 2 for 11 shooting in the second quarter and 1 for 8 at the arc, outscoring the Thunder 21-5 and took a 34-26 lead, an 8-point lead at the break. But Wheaton came out firing. Hannah Frazier hit the first 6 points of that third quarter. She scored 16 in that frame as the Thunder outscored the Carthage Lady Reds 23-10 and reclaimed the lead after 3. And Carthage battled back here in the fourth, down by as many as 12 in the fourth quarter. Latest with 7.5 minutes left, the Lady Reds chipped it away, got it down to 9, then got back-to-back baskets on a layup and then a steal on an inbound and laid it in. We're down 5. Wheaton inbounded the ball again, and it was Sanjul who turned it over. That gave Carthage possession with just over a minute left, down 5. And on the ensuing inbound, Destiny Antoine slid her way up. She made minimal contact. I don't think it was enough to call a foul, but the referee here down on the near side, Tim Owens, made the call almost immediately as the stack broke, calling the offensive foul on the moving screen, and he and Coach Bernero had words. Then play continued on. The Reds were able to foul Madsen, and then after that foul, 2 technicals were issued to head coach Tim Bernero, and he was ejected from the game. That didn't lose the game, but it was Hannah Frazier going 3 of 4 at the line on the double technicals, and ended up going 4 out of 5 at the line in the final minute, and that produced our final score here of 68-57. The Reds getting 28 points from Sammy Woodward. Again, they were minus Autumn Kalis tonight, but battled hard. And 28 tonight for Sammy Woodward, a season best. 8 for 15 from the field, 5 for 8 at the three-point arc, and 7 of 8 at the line for Woodward. She played all 40 minutes tonight, and she actually led all scorers tonight with 28. Kelsey Cashon with 14, the only other player in double figures for the Lady Reds here tonight. Amanda Larson with 6, Lauren Herman with 4, Destiny Antoine with 3, Nancy Valev with 2. Meanwhile, it was Hannah Frazier with 25. Frazier was held to just 4 points in the first half. She scored 21 here in the second half, 16 in the third quarter alone, finishing with a team-high 25, 8 of 16 from the field, 1 for 4 at the 3, 8 for 10 at the line tonight. It was Hannah Williams with 10, Hannah Swider with 10, Kristen Madsen with 6, 5 points each for Sanjul and Jordan Myroth, 3 points for Jill Berg, and 2 points each for Christy Dembski and Taylor Sanders. Thunder out-rebound the Lady Reds 39-31. This after the Reds had an 18-13 advantage on the glass at the half. And the Reds fall here 68-57. Tim Bernero joins us up here in the broadcast booth. And Coach, I'll tell you what was frustrating tonight was that third quarter where you had, again, Hannah Frazier contained for the first half, and she comes out and takes over the game in that third quarter. And really, that was the ball game right there. Turned everything completely around.
Yeah, I mean, for as good as our kids were in the second quarter, 21-5, we guarded them really well. We made it hard for them to get access to Frazier. For some reason, either she's that good or I don't like to admit that. I appreciate how good a player she is. I didn't think we executed what we needed to defensively to keep the ball from her, and she got easy access, and once she got rolling, it's hard to stop her.
It's the second game. I mean, back on the 13th, the same thing happened in the fourth quarter where she got loose for 14 of her 24 in that fourth quarter, and I realize she's a talented player and a game changer, but I'm with you on that. That's just, again, something that has to be taken care of on the floor.
Right, and we talked about it at halftime. We thought they'd start, again, when you outscore somebody 21-5 in a quarter, and it takes you to halftime, I'm sure that he peeled some paint in their locker room to say, get going, these guys are shorthanded. Why are we behind 8 here? So, and what's, like we talked about before the game, John, what's the wild card here? They've got a player like Frazier that can get the baskets in the post whenever they want, and if you let her, and we let her get started, and you wouldn't want to give her you would expect they'd do everything they could to get her going, and we let her get going too easily.
And the other thing tonight, too, you were looking for somebody to pick up that scoring slack without Kalis tonight with that upper body injury. Woodward with 28, you needed a couple more players. Kashawn contributed with 14, but you still needed maybe one or two more players to get into double figures to give you a chance here tonight.
Yeah, and we've got people out there that are kind of new to it, and they couldn't get themselves in spots to get enough shots, or they didn't make them, and they did a good job, I guess, on Amanda, because she was in between too. She needed to be more decisive in attack like she did down there, and she didn't, and so that didn't help. Nancy played some good minutes and created some plays to, but again, she needs to understand the pace of it. She turned the ball over a couple times by being a little, she made a nice play, but she kind of decelerated to make the pass and was too casual with it, and then they took the ball away, and they're a good defensive team.
Yet, despite all this, she had an opportunity with just over a minute left. You got it down to 5. You forced a couple of turnovers in the backcourt. And I know I'm not going to try and get you in any trouble, but that offensive foul by Destiny Antoine, the game changer there. If you keep possession there, who knows? You get a bucket, it's suddenly a 3-point game. You drop a 3, it's a 2-point game.
Right, and let's put it this way: Wheaton, they're not wallflowers. They're physical too. I didn't think what Destiny did was anything out of the ordinary, and I guess I don't know. All I'll say is he seemed very excited to make that call, and let's let the kids resolve the game. And then I didn't use any foul language, but I said like the umpire, I must have said the magic word that got me in a little trouble there, and that's my fault for giving away the last couple 4 points or 3 or 4 points, but. It was like you said, John. It was the third quarter that turned the momentum back. Otherwise, without those free throws that I'm responsible for, the fourth quarter was even.
Well, and I get it. The frustration here over the last week and a half, 2 weeks. Injured players. You lost another player here for this game tonight. The way the games have gone. I don't blame anybody for flipping a lid there for a little bit.
Yeah, and it wasn't. I didn't stomp or throw anything.
No.
Or anything like that. It was just I didn't like.
Bob Huggins would be proud of the way you comported yourself there.
I didn't like the fact that he chose to make himself.
I know.
The focal point at that moment, but we needed to do our job in the third quarter, and that wouldn't have mattered. But we got in the press, we got a couple baskets, turned them over. Now you're 5 with the ball I think it was still a minute left or just under a minute. Maybe we get 2 or 3 on that one, and now it gets a little hairy. But it was like we talked about before the game, John. It was the execution of the right stuff in the beginning of the game that put us in a position to have the lead at halftime, and it was the not executing it in the third quarter that cost us the game.
Well, as we look at the rest of the league tonight, and pull out my little cheat sheet here, and I can tell you that Milliken has just defeated North Central. I think it was on a last-second basket here. There was 7 seconds left. It was Abby Ratch with a layup. It gave the Milliken the winning margin, 74-73 over North Central. So now Milliken at 5-4, Wheaton at 6-3. North Central falls to 4-5. Carthage 3-6. Augustana 4-5. So now got a flip in the standings here. You've got North Park with their win over Elmhurst today at 8-1. Illinois Wesleyan on the bye at 6-2. Wheaton at 6-3. Then you have Milliken at 5-4. North Central and Augustana each at 4-5. And Carthage right now in 7th place at 3-6.
Yeah, it's been a rough couple weeks. We were 3-1, so we got the game at Carroll on Wednesday. We'd like to get that, and then we get our bye, the second bye. So. And then regroup for the home stretch. I mean, again, it was very encouraging how well we played, especially in the second quarter and for most of the game. But then you go and, you lay an egg in the third quarter and let the people that can hurt you, and that's what happened. And it's individual and it's a team game. I mean, we need to do a better job. The people were Gardner. We need to support those people a little bit better. We did, and they win the game. So that's. You appreciate that fact that they executed that third quarter and we didn't. So and then you try to find out why and improve for Wednesday.
That's all you can do. Get back at it Wednesday and take on Carroll in Waukesha Wednesday night. We will not have that broadcast, so good luck to you and the Lady Reds. Let's get this thing snapped here, and let's get into the break on a positive note and get out of that break the final 6 games and turn it up just a notch here.
Yeah, I thought we had them on the ropes a little bit, but you can't let them up. We had them down and we let them up. So yeah, we need this one Wednesday, and we'll go back at it and have a good idea to go after Carroll. So thanks, John. I appreciate your help.
You bet. Go
All
see
right.
Anthony, would you?
Good seeing you, buddy.
Good
Thank
luck
you.
to Anthony tonight.
All right, thanks, bud.
Anthony Bernero playing tonight over at Indian Trail, so coach is going to scoot over there to get to that ball game and take that one in. But unfortunately for Wheaton, or for Carthage tonight, Wheaton the better team, 68-57 the final here tonight. As I mentioned, Wheaton now 6-3, 13-5, alone in 3rd place in the CCIW. The standings up on the screen right now. North Park at 8-1, Wesleyan 6-2, Wheaton 6-3, your top 3 teams. Then it's a logjam 4 through 7. You've got Milliken at 5-4, North Central and Augustana each at 4-5, and Carthage at 3-6. With that big game against Carroll now becoming a even bigger game to try and stay in the chase for that 6th spot. Again, the top 6 teams in the conference participate in the conference tournament. The top 2 teams with a bye. The 3 seed will host the 6 seed, and the 4 seed will host the 5 seed in the first round of the conference tournament the last Tuesday in February. So that'll do it here tonight for Game 1. Lady Reds fall to Wheaton by a score of 68-57, despite 28 points from Sammy Woodward, without the services of Autumn Kalis, out with an upper body injury. Going to be reevaluated on Monday as to whether or not she'll be able to go on Wednesday at Carroll. Our next Carthage Lady Red broadcast will be a week from this coming Wednesday, first Wednesday in February 5th, when the Lady Reds entertain the North Central Cardinals. We will have that game for you here on 1050 WLIP and on the live.carthage.edu video stream beginning at 6:45 on Wednesday, February 5th. Stay tuned. Redmond basketball coming your way next. Game 2 of this doubleheader against the Wheaton Thunder. A big one for the Redmond as well, as they try and snap a 4-game losing skid. They'll take on the Wheaton Thunder here in a mere moment. My thanks to John Voinovich and his crew for bringing you the video stream here tonight. Big thank you to Scott DeLabio for engineering our broadcast back at our Pleasant Prairie studios. Once again, the final score here in Game 1, the Wheaton Thunder 68, the Carthage Lady Reds 57. John Weiser signing off momentarily. Back with you in a couple of minutes for Redmond basketball on AM 1050 WLIP Kenosha. Give me about 5 minutes, Scott, and then I'll let you know when I'm ready.